President Uhuru Kenyatta can easily make Musalia Mudavadi the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. But there is one big problem, and that problem is Musalia Mudavadi himself. Musalia Mudavadi is making it very difficult for President Uhuru Kenyatta to make him the next president of the Republic of Kenya. In this video today, I want to explain to you guys how President Uhuru Kenyatta can easily make Mudavadi the next president of the Republic of Kenya. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And by the way, what we do on this channel is that we analyze politics in a way you can't find in any other channel. So just take a second or two, click subscribe button. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. You guys are amazing. I don't want you guys to get me wrong. We all know that President Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. His term is coming to an end. And being the president of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta will actually be on the front seat in determining who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. He can have his way and he can also be defeated. But he must be somewhere plotting on who should be the next president of the Republic of Kenya. The handshake between the president and Raila Odinga shifted the equation completely from William Samoei Ruto. And as things stand today, President Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to support his deputy, which means the president has the other option of supporting Raila Odinga, of supporting Kalonzo Musyoka, of supporting Musalia Mudavadi, or even introducing a completely new individual into the picture. And if the president were to be asked a simple question or were to be given the leeway to choose for Kenyans the president, I'm always convinced 100% that his first choice would be Gideon Moi, followed by Musalia Mudavadi and probably Raila Odinga at the tail end there. But in the past few weeks, there's been noise in this country. And the noise is revolving around two individuals. Gideon Moi, who has actually escalated his political activities across the country, and Musalia Mudavadi. The ODM party is accusing the system or the deep state of funding the activities of these two individuals. In fact, in Matungu, they claim that the ANC candidate was supported by the deep state. Gideon Moi has been holding activities across the country. And you can easily tell that Gideon Moi's activities are actually facilitated by the deep state. And even there's a by-election in Garissa. Yusuf Haji's son, the Westgate hero, is going to contest. And is likely to contest under KANU. Why do you think that's going to happen? That's going to happen because probably the president wants to expand the territory of Gideon Moi beyond Rift Valley. Otherwise, the guy would have chosen, for example, Jubilee Party. And then the president would have forced his way by endorsing this other guy. But from indications they are choosing KANU. Remember, Haji was a Jubilee member of parliament. But Gideon Moi becoming the president of the Republic of Kenya in 2022 is not going to be very easy. In fact, President Uhuru Kenyatta has only two options. The first option is the Mandela moment for Raila Odinga. And then the other option is Musalia Mudavadi. But Musalia Mudavadi is making it very difficult for the president to support his bid. Number one, Musalia Mudavadi is waiting to be given the presidency. He's not doing anything much. Apart from attending funeral here and there in Kakamega, nothing much. I don't know when the last time Musalia Mudavadi was even spotted in Mombasa. I don't even know the last time Musalia Mudavadi was spotted in Garissa. But he wants to become the president. He's waiting to be given. And nobody's going to give him. The presidency is normally grabbed. In fact, leadership is grabbed. The president is showing him signals, but he's waiting to be given. Number two, Musalia Mudavadi is engaging in some unnecessary political fights and wars. After winning the Matungu by-election, which of course they retained, ODM party complained, which is expected. Musalia Mudavadi's party wrote arrogant letter dismissing ODM party and dismissing UDA party, which is okay. But he's been fighting some unnecessary wars. Let me ask you guys, if Raila Odinga were to be given a choice to make between William Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi, where do you think Raila Odinga will choose first? Musalia Mudavadi. That's why I believe Musalia Mudavadi is making it very difficult for the president to support him, assuming the president is negotiating with Raila Odinga so that both of them retire. Raila Odinga had Kalonzo Musyoka as his running mate, and later on was joined by Musalia Mudavadi. So assuming Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to figure out that I should ask my brother to retire with me, then we support one of these NASA principles. And Musalia Mudavadi is busy attacking Raila, busy attacking ODM. Kalonzo Musyoka is not doing that from his end. Raila Odinga would easily choose Kalonzo over Musalia Mudavadi, while we know that Raila Odinga has a soft spot for Musalia Mudavadi. But why do I insist that President Uhuru Kenyatta can easily make Musalia Mudavadi the next president of the Republic of Kenya? This is how. And I hope you are watching this video from the comfort of your home or from the comfort from wherever you are, and that you are in good health. And I want you guys to pay attention. How can President Uhuru Kenyatta make Musalia Mudavadi the next president of the Republic of Kenya? Very easy. Number one, politics is a game of numbers, and the president can decide to apply it. If you look at the population of this country, lawyers are normally up there. If you look at the number of registered voters in this country, lawyers are up there. The president can decide to play the game of numbers. He can decide, okay, I'm going to support Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi is a lawyer. So assuming today President Uhuru Kenyatta decides to endorse Musalia Mudavadi as his preferred presidential candidate, two things are going to happen. Number one, there's a chance that the entire lawyer nation is likely to rally behind Musalia Mudavadi. Francis Atwoli is likely to rally behind Musalia Mudavadi. Evan Oparanya is likely to rally behind Musalia Mudavadi. And if that's going to happen, it's going to mean that during the elections, the turnout in the lawyer nation is going to be so high. Lawyers, as per the population census, in my considered opinion, should be the highest or number two. Because the other fact which Kenyans are not saying is that the population of the Kikuyus and their registered number of voters were actually inflated during the last population census to give them that age to justify the tyranny of numbers. So lawyers, in my considered opinion, have the numbers. And if they are united, and if they can turn out, then the president will now look for other numbers from somewhere else. Which takes us to number two, the central Kenya factor in 2022 general election. The president can then decide that I'm going to do everything possible to clear the ground for Musalia Mudavadi in central Kenya and the larger Mount Kenya region. Anybody who's been following Musalia Mudavadi and even Karanja Kibicho, these guys have been trying so hard to clear the ground for Musalia Mudavadi to central Kenya. Musalia Mudavadi has not been doing that. He's been waiting. Raila Odinga has been making attempts to enter into the Mount Kenya region without success because he's being frustrated by the deep state. His event in Embu was cancelled at last minute. Let me assure you, even the Githurai was frustrated by the deep state. Someone like Isaac Mwaura were just victims because he went there and spoke. But the truth of the matter is that members of parliament from the Mount Kenya region who wanted to accompany Raila Odinga to that event were told not to accompany him. So Uhuru Kenyatta can decide that I'm going to deliver through any means possible the central Kenya and the larger Mount Kenya votes to Musalia Mudavadi. So if you have the Mount Kenya votes and you have the Luya votes together, what does that tell you? It's a tyranny of numbers. So that Luya votes can be compared to what Ruto brought, and then Uhuru bringing the Kikuyu votes. So they can then use the system. So that's number 2, the Kikuyu factor. He can ensure that Kikuyu votes are transferred from Uhuru Kenyatta, because the problem, perceptionally, which the Kikuyus have is Raila Odinga. So if Raila Odinga is not Uhuru Kenyatta's preferred candidate, I can tell you the equation is likely to change. Which takes us to number 3. Number 3 is the Gideon Moi or the KANU stronghold factor. And I'm convinced this is why the president and the deep state are trying to elevate Gideon Moi. Traditionally, the larger Rift Valley, this is the way they vote. In the last election, Raila Odinga got votes from those regions, from Turkana, he got votes from Maasai Land, and some parts of Laikipia. But Musalia Mudavadi can use KANU strongholds from those regions. That is West Pokot. Gideon Moi can help him. Gideon Moi can then help him get places, other places like Laikipia, penetrate the Turkanas, those other particular regions. And then, KANU has presence like in Northeastern. And that's why I said that probably the system is also keen on expanding Gideon Moi's territory, so that places like Northeastern are then now turned into Gideon Moi's area, because majority of members of parliament who were elected in the last elections were actually elected on KANU ticket. Then these guys will now be told to vote for Musalia Mudavadi. Again, that will help him. Then now he can come with the deep state once he secures those. Then he comes with his deep state. Deep state will now determine the number of registered voters, the turnout on the voting day. Let me tell you what happened during the last election. During the last voter registration, ODM strongholds, IBC submitted, or IBC had their centers there. But funnily, an area, a single ward in central Kenya and other Rift Valley places could have even the kids, 3 or 4 of them. In Nyanza, it was circulating. So if they're in this ward today, the next day they go to another ward, the next day they go to another ward. So many people were not registered. While in those other places, the kits were readily available almost everywhere. So majority of people easily registered. So they can now employ the deep state to facilitate the registration of voters skewed towards the Luya, towards any area they think they can sway. And then they'll now come and deal with the Raila Odinga factor and Kalonzo Musyoka factor. So Uhuru Kenyatta can then decide, I'm going to talk to Raila Odinga so that he can retire. I can also retire with him, but ask him to support Musalia Mudavadi. Then he can go and talk to Kalonzo Musyoka and tell Kalonzo Musyoka, you are part of NASA. Raila Odinga is retiring. I think the best guy is Musalia Mudavadi. So I want to support Musalia Mudavadi, but you come as the running mate or come as the prime minister. That ticket, with the support of Uhuru and Raila, is going to easily win the presidency. But Musalia Mudavadi is not seeing all this. And because Musalia Mudavadi is not seeing all this, I am sure that President Uhuru Kenyatta is not going to make any extra effort to convince Musalia Mudavadi that he's actually planning to support him. And the president might then now go and concentrate on Project Manila moment. I don't know what you want to say about this, but that's my take. I'm not saying this is the president's plan. My take is that the president can easily make Musalia Mudavadi the next president of the Republic of Kenya. But Musalia Mudavadi is not ready. Or I want to ask you, do you think Musalia Mudavadi is ready for the presidency? I want to read those comments below. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day.